Okay, so I haven't filmed a purchase or pass video in about a month, which feels like a really long time because as I was scrolling through all of the launches on Instagram, I noticed that there are a ton of new makeup releases. I haven't really been keeping up with them very much just because it has felt a little bit overwhelming. I feel like once September hit, all of the brands started releasing holiday sets and palettes, and every time I turn around, there's something new. So I kind of took a little bit of a break from trying a ton of new products. I did review some new drugstore launches on my channel, but I've been testing them out for a little while. So today I just wanted to sit down and catch up on all of the new makeup releases with you guys and chat about them and let you know what caught my eye. There are a few things that I'm considering. I might wait because the Sephora VIB sale is coming up. I think it starts at the end of October. So I don't know that I'll buy a lot of these products right away, but there are some things that I do want to try, and then of course some makeup products that I'm not interested in as well. So let's sit down and chat about them. Let me know if there's anything that catches your eye. And at this point, because a lot of these products are already available, if you've tried anything, let me know what you guys think. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to mention is that Sephora and Ulta are having really big sales on hair products, like shampoos, conditioners, styling products, hair tools. So if you are wanting to repurchase your go-to hair products, try something new, pick up a hair tool, these are definitely sales worth checking out. In fact, I think you'll get better deals during this sale than you would during Black Friday or even the 21 days, or not the 21 Days of Beauty, the VIB sale. But there are very specific products on sale, so not everything is discounted. But I think it's worth just kind of scrolling through and checking it out. So Sephora's sale started on Friday. Each day they're offering 50% off different hair products through October 10th. They do list the brands that will be on sale, but not all of the exact products. So if you go to their website, I'll link the page in the description box below. It will give you an idea of which brands will be on sale each day. I feel like the hair product category is the category that I've tried the least from on Sephora's website and probably Ulta's website as well. I've definitely tried the most makeup. I've tried a good amount of skincare on both websites, but hair products I'm not as familiar with. There are some brands I do enjoy that are on sale, like Drybar, VIB, a Briogeo set, some hair tools from T3. I actually need a new curling iron, like a clipless curling wand, so I might have to check out this sale to see if I can get one. I use one from Numi, which I love. I've had for years, but it's definitely on its way out, so I could use a new one. But anyway, if you like high-end hair products or any of the brands featured in this photo, it might be worth checking out the sale to see if you can get them for a good discount or either restock some of your favorites while they are on sale. So Ulta is having their gorgeous hair event. This is a really big sale. I know they have this every year. It's never really been like my go-to sale because usually they have like 21 Days of Beauty, then the fall haul event, then the gorgeous hair event. So it's usually a lot of sales, like one right after the other. But in the past, I haven't really switched up my hair products too much. This year, I've been trying out a ton of different hair products, and it's been fun just to see the different formulas and different options out there. So I am going to scroll through the different products and make a note on my calendar if I want to pick something up. It's set out in the same way that the 21 Days of Beauty is, where they show you all of the discounts ahead of time. And if you go on Ulta's website, they have this button where you can add a notification to your calendar. So what I like to do is just look through it once, and then if there's anything I know I want to grab or I'm thinking about grabbing, I'll just add a note to my calendar. That way I don't have to go back every single day or every week to check out the sale. So the sale starts on October 2nd. It runs through until October 22nd. And again, you can get 50% off the products each day. So there is the potential to save quite a bit because it looks like they do have a lot of higher end hair products and a good amount of hair tools. Okay, so I think I'll probably be getting my new curling iron from this sale because there are more options. So anyway, I'm just looking through the sale to see if there's anything I recommend off the top of my head. The VIB Hydrate Shampoo and Conditioner are both on sale for $10 on October 9th. That's a really good deal. They're normally $20 each, and I love that formula. I might grab those for the winter time because that's when my hair tends to be a little more dry. If you have dry hair, that's a really nice hydrating formula. It looks like they're also doing a deal. I think it lasts through the whole sale where you get select shampoos and conditioners for a discounted price if you buy them both. So for example, if you buy this Briogeo Superfood Shampoo and Conditioner, you get them both for $40. And if you were to purchase them separately, it would be $60. So the sale does look quite a bit better than Sephora's sale, but it might be worth checking them both out just to see if any of your favorite products are on sale. So I'll link the sales in the description box if you guys are interested, but they do run through Ulta's runs through most of October, Sephora's runs through like the first 10 days. Okay, so moving on to actual makeup products. Let's start with this one. This is the Huda Beauty Empowered Eyeshadow Palette. It's coming to Sephora on October 3rd online, and then in stores on October 13th, and it's $67. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love this color story. I've said this a few times, but I haven't really been as into eyeshadow palettes in 2022. But every once in a while, there's a palette that just catches my eye that I feel like I instantly want. It was the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2, then it was the Tarte Maneater, now it's this one. I do have a couple of Huda Beauty palettes. I have Naughty Nude, Mercury Retrograde, and then also Rose Quartz, and I just think they're fun. You get such a good variety of textures within these palettes, and for the most part, I feel like there's usually a good variety, so you can do quite a few complete looks within each one. And this palette just looks pretty. The color story is definitely pulling me in. There are golds, some purple toned browns, some berries. It's so pretty. At this point, I did see a couple of reviews pop up on YouTube. I watched one, or no, I didn't watch it yet. I added it to my watch later list. Steph from Babs Beauty is one of my favorites. She does such good reviews. They're really comprehensive, and her makeup skills are amazing. So I'm always curious to see what she says. And she's been doing a lot of reviews on like new holiday launches. So I definitely recommend checking her out. But she did review this. So I want to watch her video on this and see what she says. But I think I plan on picking this up unless, you know, she gives it a bad review or a lot of people give it terrible reviews. But the swatches look so good. This first photo of swatches looks amazing. I love them. I think the second set of swatches looks nice too, but the first one is the one that like really pulled me in. So I do plan on grabbing this one. Urban Decay launched a new Naked palette, which I believe is their holiday palette based on an email I received. I think it said like holiday 2022 launch. I wonder if we'll see any additional holiday launches from them. I haven't seen any gift sets yet, and I don't know if we'll see another holiday palette. They used to do the best holiday palettes, and I have to say, this color story kind of reminds me of their older holiday launches. This is a collaboration with Robin Eisenberg, who is a famous LA-based animator and artist, which sounds cool. It says they work together to create a cosmically interstellar eyeshadow palette to bring to life her graphic colors and laid-back Cali vibes in one sexy palette. So the color story is really pretty. It reminds me a lot, like I said, of previous Urban Decay holiday launches, and they do, or in the past, they've kind of like leaned into that like interstellar cosmic theme. So this does make sense. The illustration on the packaging is really cool. Listen, I never say this about Naked palettes. I didn't say it about Naked Ultraviolet when they released like a really purple toned palette. I didn't say it about Naked Cyber when they released just kind of like a mix of shades, but I'm going to say it about this one. I really don't understand why they made this a naked palette. This is probably the least naked looking naked palette I could think of. I think the thing about the other naked palettes, even the ones that have color in them, is they make color a little more approachable. They're usually half neutral, half colorful. So when you are someone who doesn't wear a lot of color, it makes it a little bit easier to pull color into your eyeshadow look. This is a very colorful, very dramatic naked palette. And at this point, I don't know that naked palettes are really meant to be like nude or neutral palettes anymore. I think they just kind of create anything within a naked palette these days, but I think it could have been a cool standalone palette, like even if it wasn't part of the naked line. Anyway, I think we'll be seeing naked palettes for as long as Urban Decay makes makeup. So I've mentioned this before, but one thing I love about Urban Decay is when they do launch something new. Like if you're on their PR list, they'll actually send you an email ahead of time asking if you want to receive it. You can opt in and choose to receive it or not. And I think that is so nice. I wish more brands would do that because it definitely cuts down on waste. And if it's not something that you're going to review on your channel, I mean, you can obviously donate it. I donate a lot of my makeup to the women's shelter. I actually started donating makeup to the drama department at our local high school, which has been amazing because a lot of the time I get really colorful, bright makeup that isn't always what the women's shelter is looking for. Sometimes it is, but the drama department is always looking for something really dramatic. So that might be a good option if you're looking to donate makeup as well. But I just like that Urban Decay gives you the option to opt in or opt out. So I actually chose not to opt into this one just because it wasn't a palette that I myself would have purchased on my own. I didn't know that a lot of you guys would really be interested in a review. And even though I do think it looks like a cool palette, I do love the color story. I figured after testing it out and reviewing it on my channel, it wouldn't have been a naked palette that I would have reached for very often. Unlike Naked Honey or Naked Heat, which I pull out and incorporate into my looks fairly regularly, I feel like this one would have just kind of sat in my drawer and gone unused. So that's why I chose not to receive it and review it on my channel. I don't plan on picking it up, but if you guys do, I would love to know what you think. I'm kind of interested in hearing what the actual quality is like. Okay, I almost purchased this next palette. I'm still kind of thinking about it. I don't know. I'll explain why. This is the Patrick Ta Major Headlines Blush and Highlighter Palette Volume 2. It's their holiday launch for 2022. And last year, Patrick Ta did this iconic blush palette. It was so gorgeous. It was very high in demand. I think it sold out pretty quickly after they launched it, and I don't know if they restocked it. They might have restocked it once or twice, but it was truly limited edition, so they never brought it back. They did end up releasing the shades as duos, I think, on Sephora's website. So if you missed out on the palette, you can still purchase the shades, just not the palette as a whole, which sometimes is nice to have, especially if it's a good deal in terms of value. This one's $58. The regular blush duos are $34 each. I don't know if this one comes with the same amount of product in each duo, but I think the price point is pretty good for Patrick Ta and for getting so many different options. So this year they launched another palette. It's a little bit different because this one has 2 highlighters and 4 blushes. Last year was just 6 blushes, and this one is a lot lighter and softer than last year's palette. I don't think it's going to have the same appeal as last year's palette because it is a lot more toned down. It actually would have been really nice if they released this one and then re-released last year's palette, so there was a lighter option and a deeper option, especially because that palette last year was just, it was iconic. It was such a gorgeous option. I did not pick it up. At that time, had I tried any Patrick Ta duos? I don't think I did. I think I tried them for the first time this year, and that's when I fell in love with the formula, but the shades were probably just a little bit more, they were a little bit bolder than I would typically go with my blush colors. So it wasn't really for me, but I still appreciated how beautiful it was. So I kind of wanted to pick this one up because, like I said, I do love Patrick Ta's blush duos. The formula is so good. I'm wearing one today. I'm wearing She's So LA, which is kind of just like my go-to blush these days. And the reason I'm hesitating is because I just don't know if I would get enough use out of this. The bright pink duo is gorgeous, but I don't typically wear bright pink blush. And if I do, it's going to be more so in the spring and summertime. I think the other duo, like the corally kind of like terracotta duo, is so pretty, but I just purchased a Patrick Ta duo not too long ago, and I feel like it looks kind of similar to that one. And then there is a highlighter duo. The highlighter powder looks nice, but I don't typically wear cream highlighters, although today I'm wearing one from Merit, and it just sits on the skin so perfectly. It's very lightweight, but very glowy, so I am enjoying that one. What do you guys think? Do you plan on picking it up if you are a fan of the Patrick Ta formula? I love his formula so much. I was kind of planning on buying another duo during the VIB sale, so I might just stick with that plan rather than purchasing the full palette, but I don't know, it looks really beautiful. It definitely looks like something I would enjoy. I'm just trying to decide if I would wear it enough. The price point, I think, is fair for what you get. I actually think it's a really good deal in terms of value, but again, it would have been nice to see the lighter palette, and then it would have been nice to see them relaunch last year's palette as well. I don't know why, but Melt Cosmetics just doesn't do it for me these days. In the past, when they launched a palette, I was instantly drawn in, and I feel like a lot of people were. Like when you heard Melt Cosmetics was coming out with a palette, you couldn't wait to see what they were doing. You couldn't wait to actually, see it in person and watch reviews on it, but I don't feel that way about them anymore. I haven't purchased a Melt palette in forever. Honestly, I feel like their other products from their line tend to appeal to me a little bit more than their palettes. In fact, when I first saw this photo, I just scrolled right past it because I didn't even realize it was Melt Cosmetics. It kind of looks like BH Cosmetics or even ColourPop, but these are 4 mini melt palettes inspired by the negative traits of the 4 elements of the Zodiac. They're $38 each, you get 8 shadows, so I wouldn't really call them like mini palettes, but I do feel like maybe compared to other melt palettes, they are mini. Do they normally? They don't normally do these circle pans. They usually do rectangle pans. Maybe that's what's throwing me off. I can't even remember the last palette Melt launch. I mean, they do still release really beautiful palettes, but I feel like their formula quality is so inconsistent, and a lot of their palettes end up discounted on Sephora's website after about a year. So I would say if you like these, there is a chance they'll be discounted, especially if they are they limited edition palettes? I mean, it's their holiday launch. So they might be discounted after the holidays. Looking closely at them, the colors are gorgeous. They really are. I just don't feel drawn to them, so I don't plan on picking them up. I did do a video on holiday sets, like the ones that I thought were the best deal in terms of value, the ones that I was kind of thinking about trying myself, and then some that I was planning on giving as gifts to other people. If you guys want to check that out, I'll link it below. When I filmed that video, a few brands hadn't launched their holiday sets yet, so I might end up doing another, like a part 2, but Fenty released a couple of sets. This can't be everything they have. There are a few Fenty skin sets available on Sephora's website, but at the time that I'm filming this, there aren't any makeup sets available yet. So here's a little sneak peek, but again, I feel like there will be additional options. So the first one is the Gloss Bomb set. They usually do this every year. This one comes with 3 mini Gloss Bombs. You get the Gloss Bomb Heat in Fenty Glow, the Gloss Bomb Cream in Cupcake, or Cupcakin, and then the regular Gloss Bomb formula in Fuchsia Flex. The colors are really pretty. I do typically grab the Fenty Gloss Bomb set every holiday season because I've always said that Fenty makes my favorite lip gloss formula, but I don't know. These days, I feel like I've been reaching for other formulas over Fenty. I still love my Fenty lip glosses, especially the Fenty Heat Gloss Bombs because those are, or the Gloss Bomb Heats because they're sheer. They look really, really pretty. They have a little bit of a plumping effect, but I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like there are other brands that I might be more interested in when it comes to lip gloss these days. So I don't plan on picking this up just because I do have similar shades and I don't know. I don't think I need this one. They're also doing a cream blush duo, which looks really pretty. And then there's a Fenty Skin Whipped Oil Body Cream. So again, I feel like there has to be more coming. If I remember right, last year they launched a few sets and then a few weeks later they came out with a few more and then a few weeks later they launched a few more, which I don't like when brands do that. I'd rather they just launch everything at the same time so you can decide what you want to try. But I think Fenty kind of staggered their launches last year, so maybe they'll do that this year too. Speaking of Fenty, they recently launched the Gloss Bomb Ice, and I have to be honest, I really, really want to try this. I just filmed a video not too long ago on products at Sephora I don't buy. Like products I think the drugstore actually does better. If you guys want to check it out, I'll link it below. And I loved reading your comments on that video. I just thought it was a really fun topic. I did mention that I don't buy clear lip gloss at Sephora. For whatever reason, I won't do it. I'll buy sheer lip gloss. I'll buy like almost clear lip gloss that has just like a little hint of color, but not full on clear lip gloss. This has me changing my mind. I feel like I want to take back everything I said because I want to try this. And I don't know if I will because like I said, there are just so many clear lip glosses out there. And I don't know, I don't love clear lip gloss on me if I'm not wearing anything underneath. But this sounds really good. So it is the, did I already say this, Gloss Bomb Ice. It's $24 and it has an immediate cooling effect, a juicy, wet looking finish, and a minty scent. That sounds so much more appealing to me than the Gloss Bomb Heat. I love the Gloss Bomb Heat. I wear the cherry one all the time. I think I also have like the hot chocolate one. They're really, really nice. But certain lip glosses have like that hot plumping effect, like Gloss Bomb Heat or the Patrick Ta formula, but I definitely prefer the cooling plumping effect like the Buxom glosses. Those have like that minty feel and tingle. I like that so much better, especially in the winter, because when you apply that and then you go outside, I don't know, it's just like intensified. I love the way that it looks. And I don't know, I feel like I would like this better than the Gloss Bomb Heat. I'm so tempted to grab it. I feel like I might pick it up. I might wait till the Sephora VIB sale. I wonder if they're going to release additional shades in like actual colors. They probably will, right? They release their lip gloss colors very slowly, so I feel like at some point we'll see shades other than clear, so maybe I should wait until that happens, but it sounds really nice. Okay, I'm a little bit late to the game in talking about this one because there have been a million reviews on this already, but I really want to try the new Haus Labs foundation. I have seen a lot of people rave about this foundation on TikTok, on YouTube, and pretty much everyone I've watched has said that they love this. And it's funny because people have such different skin types and preferences, but across the board, I feel like it's getting pretty positive reviews. I think I will try it during the upcoming Sephora VIB sale. The only thing is, I have heard a few people mention they had trouble finding their shade. Like there's a really good shade range, but based on the description and the way it looks online, sometimes you get it in person and it looks a little bit different. So if we wear a similar color in foundation, please let me know if you've tried this and which shade you've gotten. Anyway, I do plan on picking this one up either way. Maybe I can get to an actual Sephora store. I've said this before, but the only Sephora we have locally is a Sephora inside of Kohl's. And I don't know if they have the Haus Labs brand there because I still haven't been there yet, but I'll probably just look up swatches online and try to pick my right shade. I like the sound of this one. It's a medium coverage weightless foundation with fermented arnica that helps reduce redness and protect from environmental stress. Medium coverage, weightless, redness reducing, like that sounds like my ideal foundation these days. It's also long wearing with a weightless finish, which I think I already said. So I do think I'll end up trying this one out. It sounds really, really nice. I'm so excited because the KVD Beauty Dazzle Sticks are back. I purchased one of these when they went viral on TikTok forever ago, and I love it. I still use it. I wanted to use it today, but I couldn't find mine. I know it's in my makeup collection somewhere. I need to just like do a complete makeup collection refresh because I feel like a lot of things are in the wrong place. So maybe I'll film that video and just kind of reorganize things with you guys. Today I'm wearing the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Amaze, which is kind of similar, but these are so good. So there are 5 at Ulta, 4 at Sephora. I don't know why they were gone for so long, but it looks like they brought back some of the older shades and then they have some new shades too. I do not normally spend so much on one eyeshadow. $22 is a lot of money for a single eyeshadow, but I use this so much. So the shade that I have is Hail Surge. I'm pretty sure it's Hail Surge. And it's kind of similar to what I'm wearing today. So I feel like it goes with every look I'm wearing. It's basically a super glittery, super shimmery cream eyeshadow in lipstick style packaging. I'll just take a little bit and tap it on top of my look and I feel like it just completely transforms the look. It's so pretty. I also wear it on its own all the time with maybe like a little bit of bronzer in the crease. So I don't know which shade I would grab if I was to get another one, but I do know that I want to try another one because I've gotten so much use out of that. So if you missed out on these or you haven't tried them, they're amazing. A little bit expensive for one single shadow, but I think it looks really pretty. If you don't want to spend the money on these, a good alternative would just be the ColourPop Super Shock shadows. They're not the exact same. Like the KVD shadows are definitely like a true cream, and the ColourPop shadows are like cream to powder. But I mean, ColourPop shadows are like what? $6 or $7, so a lot less expensive. About Face launched 2 new products. The first one is a new mascara that retails for $15. It is available now on the About Face website. It doesn't look like it's at Ulta yet, so I'm not sure if Ulta gets the new About Face launches or if they just have some of their existing products. They did get the new what are those? Cream blushes, but they didn't get the entire line because I did pick one of those up during Ulta's fall haul event. But I do plan on trying this, whether it comes to Ulta or not. The photos, the before and after photos look really nice. They don't look overly edited. I feel like you can actually get a true feel for what the lashes will look like after wearing the mascara, which makes me want to buy it even more than seeing unrealistic before and after photos. I think the lashes look lifted, they're separated. It says that it's supposed to provide volume, length, and give you a fully fanned out effect, which I think is accurate based on these photos. So I would be interested in trying this because that's kind of the look I've been going for with my lashes lately. I have fake lashes on today. I have the Ardell Demi Wispies, but I've really been loving the Tarte Tubing Mascara, which does give me like a lifted, lengthened, separated look rather than a super intense, dramatic, clumpy look. So I feel like this one could be a good option too. It's $15, so not a bad price point for like a mid-range price brand. They also launched a vinyl effect eyeglass. What? Oh, eyegloss for $14, which sounds really cool in theory, but probably not too practical for me personally. It's a glistening lacquered gloss that delivers glass-like shine to the eyelids for a fresh, dewy look. I've seen this. I've seen people use it like on its own, but also on top of eyeshadow. I feel like it sounds really cool, but I think it would look maybe a little bit weird on me. I always, like whether I'm wearing eyeshadow or not, I usually just I usually apply like what am I trying to say? I usually apply a matte shadow to my eyelids. That's what I'm trying to say because my eyes are a little bit red or just kind of discolored. So usually I will take the time to take concealer and a little bit of eyeshadow and go over them. So an eye gloss is kind of like the opposite of what I go for. It's not really geared toward me, but I do think it sounds good in theory. Not everything from About Face has worked well for me, but I really appreciate the brand. I feel like they are creative. They're always doing interesting products. They have really beautiful colors within their different lines. And I did, like I said, pick up one of their new blushes during the Ulta Fall Haul event. I'm excited to try it out. So I won't try the eye gloss, but I probably will try that mascara. Charlotte Tilbury launched their holiday face palettes, and I have to say these are so beautiful. I think I talked about them in a purchase or pass video not too long ago when we saw a sneak peek, but we didn't have any information available. So these are both available on the website now for $75 each. There's a lighter one and then also a deeper one. I don't know. I feel like the lighter one is maybe a little more pink toned than I would typically go with my blushes. When I saw the sneak peek, I told you guys like I was really drawn to it. I don't buy a lot of Charlotte Tilbury. I've tried a good amount of their products. I'm wearing their nude eyeliner on my eyes today. I like the lip liners. I'm tempted to try like their liquid blushes now that I am wearing more liquid products. But I just feel like typically the brand is a little bit, I feel like it's a little bit overpriced, to be honest. Everything I've tried has been good. I don't know if there are any products that I've tried that I hate. I didn't like their like bronzer highlighter duo. That never really looked good on my skin. But anyway, long story short, I just feel like when I buy something from the brand, again, it's typically good, but it's a little bit overpriced for what it is. This price seems high, but I don't know, I was kind of expecting the $75 price point when I initially saw it. I guess when I see this, I automatically compare it to the Patrick Ta palette. The Patrick Ta palette is $58 for 6 products. This one is $75 for 4. I mean, the quality probably is good. The packaging is pretty, the colors are nice, but I don't know. To be honest, I just feel like I'm not as drawn to the brand as other people might be. It's a very hyped up brand, especially on TikTok these days. And I do want to try some products from Charlotte Tilbury. Like I always add their liquid blush to my cart on Sephora's website and then take it out. I don't know why. What is your #1 Charlotte Tilbury product? Like if you had to recommend one product from the brand, what's your favorite? What would you say is worth the money? Like I said, I've tried products I like. I like their lip liners. I like their eyeliner. I've tried other products in the past that have been nice. I also think about trying their Flawless Finish foundation. I don't think I'll pick up this blush palette, but they both look really stunning. Probably one of the prettiest holiday launches I've seen so far this year. The last thing I want to talk about is the Glamlight Barbie collection. I feel like I've seen a lot of Barbie collections this year. I guess that's because, or maybe because the Barbie movie's coming out. I don't know if that's coming out next year. We saw like a couple of sneak peeks when they were filming that and stuff, so I don't know. But this is available now on their website. There's a palette for $40, lip bundles for $20 each, eyeliner, a body glow. So I think the palette is really pretty. Glamlight always does such a good job with their palettes. And this one is really gorgeous, very vibrant. I love the blues and the pinks. I do have the ColourPop Barbie collab, and that palette is one of my favorites. The quality is really nice, but the color story is really pretty too. The ColourPop palette probably has more warm tones in it, like there's a pop of yellow, orange, like warm toned pinks, of course some blue shadows as well. The Glamlight palette has some similarities, but it's a lot bigger, and it has purples and greens mixed in as well. I think it's really fun. I think it's really cute. I think heading into the fall, I don't know if it will get as much buzz as it would have if they launched it during the summertime. I know not everyone switches up their makeup seasonally, and it could be a good gift for someone who really loves Barbie, but I don't know, like after talking about all of the different holiday launches, this one is kind of at the bottom of my list just because I am someone who typically switches up my makeup seasonally. So when fall and winter roll around, I'm not usually reaching for the shades that are in this Barbie palette, even though I think it's really beautiful. So I don't know, what do you guys think? I still haven't tried a Glamlight eyeshadow palette. I don't know what I'm waiting for. There have been so many palettes I've wanted to try over the years. I still think I'll pick up their, I remember saying this a few months ago and I never bought it. Let me just go on their website and look. Oh, their happy hour collection. That was probably my favorite collection they did. But I do think I will still try either the Dirty Martini palette or the Chocolate Martini palette. Anyway, that is everything I wanted to share with you guys. This, I think, was a little bit of a longer video. There are so many products. I feel like I could sit here for another hour and talk about them. But I just wanted to highlight like some of the more popular ones, maybe some of the more eye-catching ones. Let me know in the comments below if you guys plan on trying anything out and if there's any other holiday launches that have caught your eye. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll be back on Tuesday with a new video. I think I'll show you what I picked up during the Ulta Beauty Fall Haul event. So stay tuned for that and let me know if there's anything else you want to see on my channel during the month of October. And I'll see you guys very soon with a new one. Bye.